Mike Legel is located in the corner, and this was probably the biggest, most active booth last year. So take a couple minutes. I've asked him for the people who weren't here to explain what it is. He's got some new things, and then he'll invite you over.
Hey, Dan. Here you go.
Okay, thanks.
Hello. I just want to say it's great to be here. For those of you that weren't here last year, I'm looking forward to get to know you. For those I got to meet last year, I'd like to see you again. I'm here to tell you about a dream I have and a company I'm building that is different from anything you've ever been a part of. A long time ago, there was a movie called Field of Dreams. I don't know if any of you have ever seen it. And it's pretty famous, pretty well known off. And in the movie, he finds something that is truly unbelievable, truly undescribable. He can't even believe it. And in the movie, there was a reference made of he had to get people to be aware of this. He had to show, and he took this gigantic leap of faith in others that this was important. And the line was, build it and they will come. That was what he had to show you. So what I've done is I built a company that empowers the pharmacies to take you to the next level of health and wellness. It's going to inspire you. It's going to help your community. It's going to change your life physically. It's going to make you happier. It's going to cheer you up on those days when you feel that you just need a little boost in life because things aren't going perfect. And then what I'm seeing is, for the 55 pharmacies that signed up with this last year, I'm going to go through some of the things that they've been doing to help people in their communities. But more importantly, I want to make sure that everybody understands that last year was crazy for us. Most companies never grow the way that our company grew this year. It grew so fast that for 3 months, I was out of product trying to figure out what I was doing. It grew so fast that the banks thought it was fraud because of all the credit cards that were all over the United States, and were very confused about the transactions. But every day, I knew that what we were doing was more important to keep moving forward. So I'm going to give you a situation right now with what I'm talking about. And this is the testimony of the year that I'm about to share with you, what we did. The pharmacy was called Blue Drugs Pharmacy. The individual that took the leap of faith here was David Blue. And the problem was that Laura was probably the worst situation I've ever seen. She had symptomatic arthritis, neuropathy, a benign tumor that developed into what was a gigantic mass on her shoulder. Upon the biopsy, the lab reported that there was a scar tissue and inflammation. Laura, she had a total surgery replacement in 2004, and this was after the surgery that this mass developed. That was her shoulder. Look at that person. How could you help that person? Doesn't seem possible. Without drugs, non-pharmaceutical. That's what we were able to do. But it even gets better. Laura was feeling pretty good. She decided there was a keloid scar that developed, and she decided she would go horseback riding. Look what happened to her when she went horseback riding. Look at the middle picture. Look at the open wound. Look at the bacteria. Our technology, in just 7 treatments spaced out once a week, brought her back to where you were at the right. This is what Laura said about it. After my success with Avazzia, I'm fully convinced that there is a possibility of providing relief for systematic pain and inflammation caused by my arthritis condition. If the inflammation can be brought under control, it would stand to reason that I could cut back or eliminate my pre-diagnosis dose. If I can eliminate my pre-diagnosis dose, the rest of the medications that I must take simply falls away like a house of cards. I do not have words to express the gratitude I have for David Blue and Melinda for the undertaking this project with me. The difference of these treatments have made in my quality of life truly undescribable. People don't realize the damage done to a body by scar tissue. Restoring these cells to normalcy restores the body's normalcy, and being able to treat the nerve pain is even more remarkable because treating the pain medications don't work very well with nerve pain. Avazzia does treat the nerve pain. I want to shout it out from the mountaintops that this is finally a non-invasive modality that can treat pain without medication. Think about that for a second. What that meant for that individual. Someone that had no hope in what she was going to, and what a pharmacy was able to bring to her. Not a doctor, not some sort of famous practitioner, just a simple person that just wanted to help somebody and do it. And it was funny, because when David brought me there, when I went there, he brought me there just to treat one person. He says, I want you to show me this works. I want you to prove to me that this is beyond that. And of course, he gives me the hardest case I've ever seen. But this is the result we can expect. I went to New Mexico. One of the first, and I'm walking you through these testimonials, and I'll get into what the technology does, but I just want to show you how powerful my life has been this last year working with you guys. And we went to New Mexico. It's called Lowell's Pharmacy, and there was a woman, and I personally was treating her because we were overworked, and we were just doing their treatments. And I gave her our headache protocol. And she goes home that night. She had to take off her hearing aid. Well, would you believe that she could hear again without her hearing aid? And she figured it out because she could hear the TV, and she noticed she didn't have her hearing aid in? That's what she wrote into us afterwards, which is basically saying, I just spent $5,000 to $8,000. I think all seniors could use your technology for this. But that's way beyond our clearance. We're not there yet. We're just growing this. This is a woman who was in a car accident, riding on a motorcycle, smashed. She had a scar right across her face and right here. She sat down at a trade show, and literally right in front of you, this happened. 10 minutes, this happened. And what I'm telling you, if you don't believe me, just come over to the booth. I'll back it up. I'll show you. This is one of our pharmacy members here, PDS. I see her picture all over the place. She's an amazing person named Sandra Howe. She came to one of our treatment plans. She had an adverse drug or allergic reaction. Look at the left side of her arm and look 45 minutes afterwards just with our technology. Let me be very clear here. No adverse drug reactions possible using this. Very safe to use. Extremely easy to understand on specific symptoms, but look at the results. If you could play, now this story right here is probably the story that I really want you to understand is the highlight of my life. These are the stories that I want you guys to experience for yourself. This is, we did a demo in Hamilton, Texas. A woman's name is Jan, and about 11 people showed up. And as I was there, this woman was the most skeptical you could ever see. She had been in pain since she was 7 years old. And if you could just play the first minute of this video, I'd appreciate it.
Okay, my name's Nancy. And the first time I experienced use of the TENS unit, I was in severe pain and couldn't really open my hands very well. And medicines, I was taking a lot of medicine for the pain. They came in and they put this down my back, and I was actually laying here crying because it was feeling so good. And then later he had me hold on to this, what are they called?
Y-bar.
Y-bar. And whenever they finished with me, as it is right at this moment, my hands have no pain. It's just the most incredible thing. I have not been pain-free since I was in my early 30s.
If you could stop it right here, because I don't have time to show you all of it, but I want you to understand how powerful that is. Imagine being that pharmacy owner. Imagine this is you, and you're watching someone come in all the time, and you just want to help them, but you don't know how. You just want to guide them, but you don't know the path. That's what we're talking about here. This is an example of us working on the road. We had to hit the road. We had to go out there and embracing our new partners. And that's how I see our pharmacy owners that partner with us. You are full-fledged partners. You are territory owners. You are people that we are building around, and we're building with you at the same time. This is showing how fun it could be to help people. Here's a story for you. We were in Waveland, Mississippi. And one of the pharmacy owners' mother just got out of the hospital. And she was a mess. She was really, truly just needed our help. And we sat there and we used our technology on her. and she comes out, and she's got that beautiful smile on her face that you could see, and that's what I really crave, is that wonderful interaction, that wonderful experience. And she says to Dawn, who's there, and she goes, when they were talking about was that valuable, she said, there's no amount of money you can put on the feeling that that is for me right now. There's nothing you can put on to what you just did. The technology, I'm not going to have time to get into detail and explain everything. That's why you need to come to booth 1010. I've got different technologies that are amazing, and it can help you with any situation you put me in. Scars, chronic pain, any type of thing that you just want to feel better, we can help you with that. But what I'm doing is building around you. I'm building a truly amazing experience for your end customer, but something that you guys can all believe in, using the technologies that we figured out are superior. So please come check us out. I promise you we're going to be here from 8 to 8 every day, working on everybody. If you have not tried it, don't worry. You need to see this for yourselves. And I enjoy showing you everything we got. Thank you very much, and I'll see you soon.